Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anika and I am an INFP. And today we're gonna do an Enneagram test. But what are Enneagrams? Well, you've probably heard of MBTI, like being an INFP or being an INTJ. Well, I would hope so. Or else, what are you doing here? Anyways, Enneagrams are another personality system, but with numbers ranging from 1 through 9 instead of letters. But instead of focusing on how you think, it dives into why you think and act the way that you do. Because Enneagrams are all about core fears and deep motivations, things that influence your behavior. So let's say you're an INFP and you want to understand what makes you different from other INFPs. Well, finding out your Enneagram can help you with that. Now, let's figure out my Enneagram type. A while ago, I asked Vandal Pete to take the test because apparently we have the same MBTI and the same Enneagram. Let's find out if it's true. Please go check out Vandal Pete's channel. I'm gonna put a link to their channel in the description. And before we start, let me just say that I am not a type 9. I am not a type 9 and I will never be a type 9. Is that clear? Alright, so I was not able to find the same website as you, Vandal Pete, but apparently this is the most accurate Enneagram test. So we're gonna take that one. Alright, first question. Have difficulty making decisions because everything looks good? No, I think I know what I want pretty well. Okay. Can feel angry even though I might look peaceful? Can feel angry even though. I mean, not that I feel anger often, but when I am angry, depending on the context, I don't necessarily show it, even though you might feel like the aura coming out of my body. So I'm gonna say like frequently. Doubt my own decisions and opinions about myself. No. Maybe I doubt my decisions, but opinions about myself, that no. Okay? I know myself pretty well. I do a lot of introspection. So I'm gonna say almost never. Tend to be suspicious, anxious, and defensive when stressed. Um, I don't know. When I'm stressed, it's mostly like internal, like the energy is towards myself and not other people. So I might feel anxious because of myself. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but like, and I'm gonna say rarely. Rarely. People see me as courageous and look to me as a natural leader. I mean, I would hope so. I would hope so. I wouldn't really qualify myself as courageous. I'm a wuss. But I would like to think as myself as a natural leader. Now, do other people see me like that? I would say yes, because usually when it comes to teamwork, a lot of people actually come to see me. People want to work with me. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm gonna say frequently. But that question is kind of weird. I don't know. Okay, out of 180, it's gonna take a long time. Okay, we got this. Tend to do things in excess and to always want more. I mean, depends on what things we're talking about, I guess. Like eating chocolate, yes, I will always want more chocolates. But like, I need more context. What does it mean? I'm just gonna say sometimes, because I don't know, it depends on the context. Next question. Routine and structure help me stay focused and accomplish things. definitely. Yeah, of course. The thing is, I'm not very good at routine and keeping a structure. For you guys, I try, to upload more every time I make a video. Like I write like a script, but it's very hard for me to keep a routine and have a structure. But I'm trying. It definitely helps me, so I'm just gonna say like, yes, it does help me. I need that in my life. Anyways, value exceeding standards and rising to the top of my profession. Hell yeah, guys! Whenever I'm at school, because I study cinema, films, I always put my 200% in every school project. Even when I make YouTube videos, I really try my best. Okay, I hope you guys can feel that I try. Anyways, I think it's really important for me to always exceed the standards, because if I'm gonna do something, why would it be like average? I'm not sure if what I'm saying makes sense. Like, guys, when I am in a school project, I am the leader. Only when it comes to films. When it comes to something that I really love and am passionate about, and it's something that I'm pretty sure all my teammates can say, I take charge of the project. And it can be a bit bad at times because I tend to be possessive of my ideas, and I'm like, guys, I have an idea. Follow me. Even though I'm possessive of my ideas, I still try my best to hear out my teammates. And I think when it comes to school projects, my teammates can definitely rely on me. Because I always try my best, and I don't care if my teammates don't work, I'm gonna do the project by myself. That's how much I love films. Anyways, all that to say that almost always. I hope you guys are as passionate as me when it comes to your dreams. Anyways, believe that my motives for helping others are noble and helpful. Meaning, like, when I help someone, do I expect something in return? I guess that's what the question is implying. Because the thing is, do I even help people? Not that I don't want to help people, but like, I'm not like a ENFJ or ESFJ, like actively going out in the world and being like, who can I help today? So when I do help someone, like, it comes from like a genuine want to like wants to help someone. So I guess it's noble and helpful. I hope it is. Tend to be fun loving, imaginative, and optimistic when not stressed. I mean, guys, if that's not the definition of me, Anika, then I don't know what is. So, almost always. Oops. Have a strong need to be noticed, liked, and appreciated for what I do for others. I mean, I always appreciate that. I think everyone appreciates being appreciated. But do I have a strong need to be noticed, liked, and appreciated for what I do for others? I feel like I have a strong need to be noticed, liked, and appreciated for what I do, not necessarily for what I do for others. Does that make sense? Like, if I help you, I don't need you to be like, Anika, help me. Oh my god, Anika, help me. She's so cool. She's so loving. I'm just gonna say frequently. Or was it rarely? Anyways, I'm gonna say frequently. Like to be on the go and may appear hyperactive to people. I'm gonna say sometimes. Getting a product to market before the competition is more important than holding it back until it is perfect. Okay, so when it comes to me with my YouTube videos, right? I know for a fact that my YouTube videos are never going to be completely perfect. In the sense that every time that I put out a video, like maybe 1 hour, 5 days later, or whatever X amount of time, I may look back at my video and be like, this could have been done better. But I think that's a good thing, because if you're able to look at what you've done in the past and see ways to improve it, that means that you're doing the right thing. Meaning that when it comes to my YouTube videos, at the end of the day, even though they are not perfect, they will never be perfect. Why? Because with my mind, I am able to always see improvement. Meaning that it's more important for me to put out a video and be proud with what I've done, because I know I can do better. Nothing will ever be perfect, and I'm happy with it, because what's important is the fact that I can always improve myself and I have the ability to improve things. Guys, English is my third language. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I'm gonna say almost always. But like obviously, like if you're a doctor, and like, or a pharmacist, and you're like creating, or whoever is creating like the medicine, obviously it's better for it to be perfect first before you put it out. You know what I mean? Context. Anyways, almost always. Okay. Find it easy to adapt to different people and situations. I would say frequently, because I think it's very easy for me to adapt to different peoples and situations. But if the other person is behaving like a little, then I don't find it as easy for me to adapt to that kind of individual. So I'm just gonna say frequently. People feel comfortable telling me their problems. Yes, you guys even do that. Some of you go in my comments and ask me questions and share your personal life, which I like, because I find it so beautiful that you guys can like feel comfortable being vulnerable with me. And I love responding to you guys and making sure you guys are taken care of, I guess. Also, one of my past jobs, I was a game host at a pub. Basically, I was working at a pub where people would come to obviously drink and eat, but the main reason people would come would be to play board games. And I was the game host, coming to the table and being like, okay, so what games do you want to play tonight? Okay, and I would bring a board game, explain the rules, all that. And at the pub, people really felt comfortable with me. Like, I'm gonna tell you something that a client told me. A client told me, hey, did you know that my doctor sends me pictures of his butthole? And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, and the doctor is my friend too. And I was like, okay. And the client who told me that, he was there with his girlfriend, and the girlfriend was like, yeah, I do that too with his wife. And I was like, okay, why are you telling me this? Anyways, have fun, I guess. When I tell you that people are very comfortable sharing things with me, I mean it. And I'm like, hey, go ahead, I guess. So almost always. Know how to get people to like me. I don't know, like how to get people to like me. I think people just like me naturally. You know, just a natural reaction when you come see me. You just cannot help yourself but to like me. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna say almost always, because I'm pretty good at reading people as well. Like, I'm pretty good at knowing if I should give you some space or if I should come talk to you. I'm pretty good at discerning an individual's personality, I guess with my MBTI skills, so I know how to deal with people. Anyways, almost always try to avoid confrontations. I mean, if you ask my parents, they will tell you, oh hell no, she is not trying to avoid confrontations. And in general, yeah, I mean, like, I'm not someone who will just come up to your face and be like, hey, wanna argue? But like, if I need to step up, I will step up. Like, if someone is getting bullied, I will step up. If someone is insulting me, I will step up. So I'm gonna say sometimes. Sensitive to criticisms, but try to hide that sensitivity. Yes. 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 Thankfully, you guys are nice in my comments. So yeah, I'm gonna say that I try to hide it. Have lots of friends and acquaintances and support them by cheering them up. I mean, what kind of friend would I be if I were to not try to cheer up my friends? Like expressing my power and being the boss or being in charge. I don't know about like expressing my power. I like being in charge and I like being seen as the leader. But I wouldn't say like I like expressing my power. That feels a bit too commending to me. I'm gonna say sometimes. Need to feel close to people and feel rejected and hurt if I don't experience that closeness. Like I said, I don't really care about people that much. Like, obviously, if I like someone, I wouldn't want to be rejected by the person that I like, whether it be a crush or a friend. But I don't know, I'm just gonna say rarely. Tend to be more emotional than most people I know. Even though, like you guys know, my MBTI INFP and I have FI down, I hope by now you know what that means. If you don't, basically it means that for the type of person that I am, I should be someone who is very quote unquote emotional, or a better way to describe it would be I rely on my emotions a lot to make decisions and all that, but I wouldn't qualify myself as someone emotional. Now it depends what emotional means. Emotional doesn't mean that you use your emotions a lot, or does it mean that you're like dramatic? Because I'm not someone dramatic and that kind of emotional person, but I am someone who uses their emotions. Now, am I more emotional than most people I know? I don't know. I'm gonna say sometimes because I'm not sure. I think I have a good control of my emotions, and that's why I'm like iffy on the wording here. I'm just gonna say sometimes. Can be forgetful, neglectful, and fuzzy about details. No, I think I have a pretty good memory. I think my memory is actually quite good, and I proved that to my friends a lot of times. Okay? Because my friends be like, that never happened. I did not say that. And I'm like, my memory is so good. Like, I can tell you in details what you said to me that day. I don't forget things. So, it's very rare for me to be like forgetful. I mean, for me to be that, okay? I'm just gonna say rarely. Rarely. Value looking good, presenting a good first impression, and dressing for success. Yeah, I think when it comes to like job interviews and when it comes to like going on a date, I value things like looking good and presenting yourself to have a good first impression. I think that's like it should be something that is valued, like making sure that you look good. Like when it comes to like a job interview, like if you want a job, dress up good for it. I mean, like It's like one of the easiest way to make a good impression. If you look good, people will most likely think good things about you. So for me, it's like a given. You should value looking good. So I do value looking good. Dressing for success though, like I mean, sure, I don't know. Can be caught in a fantasy world of romance and imagination. Basically, am I delusional? Yeah, sometimes. Enjoy having elegant, refined, unique things that no one else has. I mean, I am elegant, I am refined, I am very unique. Obviously, not everyone is like me. No one can have me. Okay, relax. I'm not sure what that means because I am not someone materialistic, if that's what they meant, but having like a physical object that no one else has. So for that, I'm just gonna say I don't really care. Um, yeah, don't really care. I'm super sensitive to possessive. I'm super sensitive to possessive people. They make me feel uncomfortable. I kind of like possessive people. I am kind of possessive myself. I want someone to be possessive of me. I am not like everybody, okay? If you have me in your life, you better be possessive of me, okay? So I'm gonna say, rarely. Like to entertain and enjoy telling stories and getting laughs. Yes, I hope I am entertaining. Gonna say almost always. When afraid of something, I've done what was necessary to overcome. Oh my god. When afraid of something, when afraid of something, I've done what was necessary to overcome. Oh my god, to overcome my fear. Well, I am afraid of spiders, and what I've done, or what I usually do, is scream and call for help. And I think that was necessary to overcome my fear in the moment. But I'm still afraid of spiders, and like I said in the previous question, I am a wuss. So, I'm gonna say rarely. Do not consider being a perfectionist a negative thing and like to make sure all the details are just right. Yes, when it comes to filmmaking, not to the point where I'm gonna become like a crazy person. I think it's good to be a perfectionist because when it comes to, like, let's say for me, filmmaking, if you're really passionate about something, at least in my point of view, you're gonna make sure that things are done right. If you have a vision of how your film should look like, you're gonna make sure that every little details are going to be as accurate as it can be. And same thing again for me when it comes to making YouTube videos. I always write a script. I always double check my script to make sure that it can be easy enough for you guys to understand. And I do make sure my details are right by double checking my informations and all of that. So whatever. So tend to be romantic and long for the great love of my life to come along. Yes, guys, every single day I'm like, when will my Prince Charming come and save me? Almost always. Look for danger, unsafe people, or unsafe situations. What? I look for unsafe people? Like, am I attracted to red flags? Am I a red flag myself? I'm gonna say almost never, cause like, I'm not trying to die. Like, what? consider relationships the most important part of my life. I do think relationships are very important, and it is probably like one of the main things that will bring you growth in your life, your relationships with your with your people, I guess. So I'm gonna say almost always work very hard at maintaining relationships. Okay, guys, it depends, because like I said, I don't really care about people. So, but if I do care about someone, I'm gonna try to work very hard at maintaining relationships. But like, if I talk to you, like, if we're like acquaintances, I may or may not go out of my way to work hard to maintain my relationship with you, unless if I see that you do put in the work, and if I do see that we are compatible. If I see that we can be compatible as friends, as lovers, and all that, then yes, I will put in the hard work. Or else, if you're just someone that I say hi at school, I will go see you and say hi and be polite and, like, check up on you. But the work very hard part, I don't know. So I'm gonna say frequently. A relationship, it has been difficult for me to trust the commitment of the other person. I mean, sadly, I've been hurt in my past, but it's not in the way that they cheated on me or anything like that. It's more like, hey, I'm gonna put in the work to like plan dates for us. I will like find spots for us to go on dates. I will plan all the dates. But if I see that my partner is not putting work into like planning dates, let's say, for me that counts into the trust, the commitment of the other person. Because when you are engaged to someone, it's not like, okay, we're in a relationship, it's done. Like, you need to be committed, and being part of commitment is planning dates and stuff like that, which is very important for me. So, but it has been difficult for me to trust. I would say, like, I don't know. I'm gutted, really. Impatient with people who are indirect or indecisive. Oh my god, guys, that is something that actually makes me impatient. When I am the one who needs to make all the damn decisions, yes, I will enjoy having the control and being able to make my decisions. But, when it comes to like things where like I need someone else's opinions or input, and the other person is like, I don't know, that is very like annoying and unattractive. Like, let's say I want to go on a date with someone, and they're like, I don't know what to do. I guess it's up to you. Like, I'm telling you guys, you're gonna lose a lot of points if ever you want to go on a date with me and you're being very indecisive and indirect. I love someone who is direct, straight to the point, and decisive. It's okay if you're not always decisive. I mean, you got me to like, I will always put my input and my perspective, so I expect the rest of the people to also be like that. So I will actually say I am almost always impatient. Proud about being direct, telling it like it is, and expressing tough love. Okay. I'm not sure if like I'm proud of expressing tough love. It's just that when I do express tough love, it's because I feel like my friends are my loved one. Well, my friends are my loved ones. Anyways, when I am expressing tough love, it's because someone needs to hear it. Like, if my friends are being delusional, toxic, or whatever, I'm gonna be like, hey, listen. Um, and actually, I mean, okay, this it's just a proud I don't like be I don't, it's not about the fact that I'm like I like telling you how things should be done. It's just that I am someone who will tell you the things that you're doing wrong, because I feel like if you love someone, you should tell them if they're doing something wrong. So I'm gonna say sometimes if the negative feelings are an obstacle to getting the job done. I do think that, well, it would be an obstacle if you're not dealing with it, because obviously in whatever you do you will experience negative feelings. If you're not able to deal with them, okay, or if you don't deal with them, then obviously it's gonna be an obstacle, okay. Even if you're like, oh, I'm so sad right now, I'm so angry, but like I don't care, I'm just gonna push through it. Technically, you're not dealing with your negative feelings in a healthy way, like, like reflecting on your feelings and being done with them, and then, so I don't think the negative feelings itself are not necessarily an obstacle. It's just about how you deal with those negative feelings. I'm just gonna say frequently. I feel that life is to be enjoyed, and I'm optimistic about the future. Yes, I think that is very important. Like I said in previous videos, if you're feeling sad and you think that it's the end of the world, like the end of the world is today, please believe that, like, ask yourself, what if I could be happy right now? What if I could? What if being happy is a possibility for me? And what opportunities would that give me if I'm optimistic? I'm not sure if that made sense, but I think it's a optimism is a very important thing for me. Anyways, in intimate relationships, I value being told that I'm loved and wanted. Why would someone say, I want my partner to tell me that they hate me and that they don't want me? I guess some people could argue, like, I don't need to be told I'm loved and wanted. Like, if you make me feel like I'm loved and wanted, then that's good enough for me. But hey, my love language is words of affirmation. So I love being told I'm loved and wanted. Tell me that every single day. So almost always want to be number one, and I'm confident in my abilities. I am definitely confident in my abilities. Do I want to be number one? Yes. I would say when it comes to school projects, I want my project to be at least one of the best ones, if not the best one. So almost always. Have difficulty admitting I'm wrong. Oh my god, guys. Growing up, that was one of the most difficult things for me to admit. And that is all because of my dad. My dad would never say that. He would never say verbally that he is wrong. He would never admit it. But what he would do is he would buy me chocolates. And of course, that worked on me. I was like, chocolate bar. And he was like, you forgave me. And I'm like, damn it. But it was really hard for me growing up to admit that I'm wrong. Now, like growing up, I'm doing better. But I'm still gonna say that it's hard for me to admit when I am wrong. Sometimes or frequently. I am quite stubborn, so I'm gonna say frequently. I'm not gullible. You must earn my trust, and I will challenge your loyalty. Okay. I'm not sure about challenge your loyalty. I feel like that it feels like I'm gonna try to test your loyalty, and I would like not do that. Like, I'm not gonna put people in an uncomfortable situation just so that I can see their true colors. Okay, like if something like that happens, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? If you want to hurt me, you'll find a way to hurt me. Okay, I don't need to go out of my way to figure out if you will ever hurt me, because if you want to hurt me, you will hurt me. Just like cheating, guys. If someone wants to cheat on you, even if you tell them, hey, let's say like I'm a girl, I'm attracted to a guy, I'm never gonna tell my boyfriend like, why do you have female friends? You should cut contact with all of your female friends. You should not talk to anybody but me. Because it doesn't matter, guys. If someone wants to cheat on you, they will find a way. Even if you try to restrict them and control them. So because of that, I am not gullible though, and you must earn my trust. I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna say like, just the gullible part. I'm not gullible, but I'm gonna say really. Last question. Tend to take things too seriously and overreact to small issues. No. Bro, if they don't give me my answers after I give my stuff, I'm gonna be so upset. And guys, I am a type 4, which is what I highly believe to be. Okay, like I feel like I am the definition of the type 4. Okay, let's see what it says here. The individualist, the inward explorer, the one who sees more in the inner world than the other world. Enneagram type 4s are fascinated by the world but don't truly understand it. As a type 4, this makes you feel that you're not from here. Who are Enneagram types 4 and what are you doing here? These are the recurrent questions you ask yourself and the world around you. Core desire to be authentic. Core fear, having no identity. Yeah, so like in other words, type 4 a lot of times they feel like they are different. They feel like they want to tell their truth to the world, and they are artistic as well. And that is how I feel. Okay, a lot of type 4s, I've noticed that a lot of time they have like a lot of traumas and whatnots, and they want that traumas to lead somewhere. What I mean is, if I'm someone who experienced childhood trauma, in a way I'm like, this has to mean something. For me to experience childhood trauma, I need to overcome this. I need to speak out my truths. What is funny is because I think I did another test and I actually got type 8 as like the most likely type, and I am not a type 8. If you're curious about my 3 type, if you're advanced on the Enneagram world, my 3 type is 478. So I do have 8 in my Enneagram, but I am not a type 8. I am not a type 8. I am a type 4. So guys, if you're curious about that, I would if you're curious about what your Enneagram is, just like for your MBTI, yes, doing a test can be fun, and in this case it's accurate, but sometimes it's inaccurate, just like how I got type 8 in another test. Okay, so I would definitely recommend you to like do your own research. Okay. Alright guys, so remember how I said that regarding Enneagrams, you would get a number ranging from 1 through 9. I got number 4 describing me. Well, if you're curious about what the other numbers mean, well, when you don't know something, what do you do?
What's up everybody, welcome back to the Frank James channel. Today we're talking about...
So I do think that Frank James explained it fairly well what the Enneagrams mean. I'm gonna probably make a video myself on what the Enneagrams mean, but in another video, okay, to make it like one video this, one other video that. And on that note, I guess that's pretty much it. Like, I don't know what else to say to you guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know what your Enneagram is, and let me know if I do strike as a type 4 for you guys. And let me know if you're curious about Enneagrams, if you want me to talk about Enneagrams on my channel. On that note, thank you for watching.